Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 14th, 5 o'clock America, New York, Arts Calendar. Happenings for the week of May 14th. The new, Fast and Furious movie starts its engine. Barack Obama goes to work. A look at Taylor Swift's costumes and more.
Washington Post World.
May 14th, 5 o'clock America, New York, crossing jungle and desert, migrants navigate a sea of misinformation. As migrants head for the U.S. border, social media surges with conflicting information on what the end of Title 42 will mean for them.
New York Times World News.
May 14th, 5 o'clock America, New York, as Ukraine makes inroads in Bakhmut, devastation still reigns. The fight for Bakhmut is now the war's single longest and bloodiest battle. Although the Ukrainians are making small gains, Russia still controls about 90% of the largely ruined city. Ukrainian soldiers west of Bakhmut.
New York Times World News.
May 14th, 4:46 America, New York. Zelensky meets with German leaders after their massive weapons pledge. The two nations are trying to improve cooperation after a year marred by diplomatic spats over Berlin's sluggish response to Ukrainian pleas for military aid. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, with President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine in Berlin on Sunday.
BBC News World.
May 14th, 4:17 America, New York. Ukraine's Zelensky visits Germany day after weapons pledge. President Zelensky's trip comes after Germany said it would supply weapons worth €3 billion. Washington Post World.
May 14th, 3:19 America, New York. Cyclone Mocha nears landfall in Myanmar. Region steels for disaster. The cyclone is forecast to hit near the border with Bangladesh, close to the world's largest refugee camp. Hundreds of thousands of people have been evacuated. Fox News.
May 14th, 2 o'clock America, New York. AI expert taps UN officials to learn how to build a global AI regulatory body. Gary Marcus, a cognitive scientist and expert on AI, said he's consulting with people in the UN and UNESCO about how to create a global AI regulatory agency.
Washington Post World.
May 14th, 2 o'clock America, New York, from Rambo to Rambassador. How an unlikely diplomat has wooed Japan. He's hard-charging and sweary even by Washington standards, but super polite Japan has taken a surprising shine to Ambassador Rahm Emanuel.
RT World News.
May 14th, 1:45 America, New York. Germany mulls Berlin Olympics redo 100 years after Nazis. The Interior Minister says applying to host the event on the centennial of the 1936 Games is the right step. Wall Street Journal World News.
May 14th, 0:39 America, New York. Zelensky's Berlin trip heralds thaw in Ukraine-Germany ties. Once a close partner of Russia, Germany has become Europe's largest purveyor of weapons and money to Ukraine.
BBC News World.
May 14th, 0:25 America, New York. Why Ryan Reynolds wanted to buy this ice hockey team. Ryan Reynolds, Snoop Dogg and The Weeknd want to be the next owner of the Ottawa Senators. Why?
BBC News World. May 14th, 0:21 America, New York. Turkey decides on future with or without Erdogan. Turks vote on Sunday in the most pivotal elections in their modern history.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 13th, 23:47 America, New York. Thai pro-democracy parties push to break military grip. A scion of a populist political dynasty is among those challenging Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha in a national election.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News. May 13th, 22:59 America, New York. Bangladesh and Myanmar, preparing for the worst, ahead of cyclone. Tens of thousands of people living along the coast of Bangladesh and Myanmar have been urged to seek shelter as the nations brace for an extremely severe cyclone, known as Storm Mocha, on Sunday. World Food Program.
Fox World News. May 13th, 21:30 America, New York. 6 Russian aircraft intercepted near Alaska airspace during U.S. military training exercises, NORAD. The U.S. military intercepted 6 Russian aircraft it says were flying close to U.S. airspace in what is known as the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
May 13, 2118 America, New York. Who could be the next leader of Turkey? Polls open in pivotal elections. The polls for Turkey's presidential and parliamentary elections have opened after rallies on the last day of campaigning. Supporters of Turkish CHP party leader and Nation Alliance and AMP. Number 39. Presidential candidate Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
May 13, 1958 America, New York, Eurovision. The 7 standout moments of the grand final. A night like no other. This year's Eurovision was an extravaganza of musical legends and royalty, show-stopping acts and political statements. Despite President Zelensky's ban from sharing a message during the show. Finland and AMP. Number 39. Karaca sings Cha Cha Cha.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/. May 13, 1918 America, New York. NDP pull ahead of UCP in Alberta election campaign, poll. New poll shows NDP in the lead over the UCP in the Alberta election campaign. Smith Notley.